Hey ladies and gents, we're in finally Tesla salon. They actually invited me to review the new Cybertruck. So without further ado, I'm just gonna jump inside, check the exterior and interior details. So without further ado, let's just jump into the review. Now here it is, here's the new Tesla Cybertruck for the first time in Croatia. They've brought the demo model, we're gonna check it out. So I'm not gonna be detailed in this video, I'm just gonna show you this spec sheet here. You have it on their website, but I just wanna do a little walk around and check the interior actually, because I already saw the car in Madrid. We were unable to sit inside of it, but finally I can get inside and check out the details. But man, this is a really tall SUV. Really is almost like a truck. Really impressive. You can see the front facing camera. Hopefully this will arrive in future models. There's an air intake, the flaps open up. You can see the LED fog lights, and then, or excuse me, this is probably the main lights because this is the daytime running light. This is the aluminum chassis. This is a US model, you can see by this. This is, by the way, not flashing in person, it's only on the camera. We have huge tires that are Goodyears. These are actually alloys, then they have those hubcaps that actually match these tires. They're specially designed for the Cybertruck. You can see the air suspension, it's actually lifted all the way up, so it can be lowered as well. Plastic is extending around. So this is the Founders series. I've actually filmed that one, but I never published the video. So let's just close these doors. You can see the big mirror, and there's one wiper on the top, aerodynamic, it has the washer nozzle. Interesting, that's where the VIN number is. You can see 3 cameras on the top there. It's actually quite far, and I'm a tall person. I'm a 2-meter tall person, or 6.6 in feet. That's quite a tall SUV. You can see the speaker bar there, but let's move on. So mirror, auto dimming, and we have the cameras for the autopilot. There, don't see, actually, yeah, there's another one here. There's no side repeater, but there's another camera there. You press here, this automatically opens up. Same for the back. And I'm just gonna head up to the rear, checking this side. Again, US spec. There is a charge port here, so you can see that's a US standard, or the North American standard. So you just touch it, it retracts. Now there's a cover here, so you can press the button here, and it just covers everything. So this is waterproof, so the water doesn't come in if it's raining. So you can stop it, of course, and you have an LED bar inside. That is nice. A bit noisy, but again, I don't mind it. There is a rear glass piece behind there. You can press here, then the rear drops down, so you can slide things inside cargo. So this is meant as also a utility truck, and you can use this for your work. Now there are outlets here, and you can actually charge another EV with this. Again, this is the US standard, because this hasn't been homologated for the European market, and it's honestly a little bit big. This has enough weight so you can sit here, you can climb up. There are some latch points you can move, and there are like tether points all over the place. Let me just see if it retracts back. No. There is there's like an emergency release to unlock this, I guess, if anything fails. So we just close it up manually. There's another camera on the rear, and rear LED lights. Again, Founders Edition, or excuse me, Founders Series. Very minimal design, but that's Tesla's philosophy, I guess. Now let's get inside finally. Let's start from the rear. I'm wondering how much headspace is there. Like, look at this. The height of the roof is so low. Hope I won't bump my head into it. Oh, this is really impressive. Almost 90 degrees, look at that. So that's quite practical if you need to put a child seat, for example. You do have ISOFIX here. And look at this. There's so much room underneath as well. You can use that storage area. Yeah, I like the dual tone leather. Sorry for the flickering lights. So these LEDs are not your friend if you're recording anything on car shows or some kind of closed studios. Double glazed windows, press to open, speaker, nice big pockets. Now everything is covered by leather, and these seats are perforated. They look quite nice. On the top we have Alcantara. Now let's just jump inside. Oh, I have to watch my head. Okay, the moment of truth. Yeah, I'm touching the glass, but this is really spacious for a basketball-sized player. So tons of room. We can see the leather seats, big pockets. So let's just close this. So, okay, let me just raise the window. Hear the closing sound, although all the windows are open. That sounds better. So I'm just gonna open it because the infotainment goes off. You can see the Cybertruck. So finally the lights are not flickering. There's a rear AC vent just like the one we saw on the Highlander R3 vents here. So that's nice. You can turn it off. And you can move the front seat. So that is practical, just like the Highlander Model 3. And there's, of course, music, infotainment, and other options. You can control the brightness here, and so on. Now, okay, so cutting in, you do have to pull this one, and then this one comes down. So you can see the two cup holders, also adjustable. So that is that. It would be cool if they had an opening here if you really need to put in something that's super long, but that's that. Here's the view at the back, and yeah, it would be interesting if you can check it out if it's closed. Let me just close that up. So, well, if it's closed, you're blocked here, so you can't see that. Interesting. Now, here's the glass roof. We have a speaker on the top, and let's check the headspace for a tall person. So if I straighten up, yeah, I'm touching the glass roof. Over the speed bumps, it would not be comfortable, but maybe for an average person, you're just fit, so you're not hitting the top glass. So maybe Tesla in the future, maybe raise the back end a little bit to allow more space for tall people such as myself. You can see, I'm not sure if this is, yeah, this is probably not a finished product, but this is kind of, not sharp, but looking rough, Spartan. Maybe that was the intention. And now the front, again, nice and big, familiar. You have emergency opening latch on the front only. Maybe the back one is hidden here, but on the back, and yeah, there's room here. Now this looks pretty cool. This is like welded Cyber. So they have this all-weather floor mats, and they have carpets. Now look at the seats, they're lifted and they look interesting. You have here your lumbar support, there's some information here like the VIN number, tire pressure, and that is that. There's lots of storage area in that area, so wow. And before I jump inside, you can see where the roof ends, and this part is pure glass, but inside it's covered. You have a LED bar. Let's jump inside. Wow, here for the first time. Oh, the steering wheel is kind of odd. Let me close this for a moment. Okay, sounds good. Let me raise this window. Actually, I'm gonna raise all of them just to hear the soundproof. Ooh, it's really quiet. I can only hear the AC fans, which I'm gonna lower in just a moment here. Let's hear the closing sound. Oh, it's great. It is great. Okay, I'm gonna lower this one down just so we have some air. Now, let me switch to the wide lens. And voila, so this will be the point of view. Unfortunately, we cannot drive this thing here in Europe, but wow, it's amazing. And the fact that you have such a long stretch where the windshield begins, it's like driving, I don't know, I can't compare it to anything. It's not a bus, it's like, I don't know, like one of those formulas where you can see far on the front, the beginning. I guess, yeah, this is a really unique experience. You do have this window. Here the side mirrors are oddly shaped, but they give you a good perspective, although this one's kind of zoomed. Yeah, a little bit odd, but this is American standards. Zooming back in, so just checking the steering wheel, we have a little signature here. It's familiar looking like the Highland, but like really flattened on the top and bottom and stretched almost like the yoke. So we can see all the functionalities that we have on the Highlands, just a little bit different symbols here design-wise. Now this is nice and soft, this is soft, that's soft material there, everything is Alcantara. We have tons of speakers all over the place. You have this, so this is like the Model X magnets. This extends, so that's a great thing. This is covered, and that is impressive. Now headspace, not to forget, plenty of headroom on the front. Plenty to spare, even if you're a taller person. Now I can't see on the back because I've covered the back, but interesting, there's no button to uncover it. Actually, there is here. Look at this. There's the animation, so you can see on the back when you're driving, but then the rain is coming inside. You can always check your camera, so that is that. Yeah, it's a very narrow view on the back, but luckily you have the cameras. Wow, this screen is massive. I'm not sure if this is the same screen we saw in the Model S and X, but this looks very nice. So you can have it like this, the classical view, and then you have all the same features here, like in any other Tesla. You have here off-road, and I like the icons, they're a little bit different. We have here medium high, so I'm lowering the truck, and you can open and close headlights. Really like this font and the animations. I wouldn't mind getting this on the rest of the Teslas. So there's driving modes here, towing options, charging. You can control the outlets. So I might have missed one on the bottom behind the front armrest, all of that. So this is more or less the same, just a little bit different looking, but I like it. It kind of reminds me of Windows, and what you have in the rest of the Teslas currently, it's like Apple. Ooh, trip. Wow, that's thirsty, but okay. It was just like short distance driving. So you can see the Cybertruck. Okay, everything else is the same, so no need to, spend more time there. Interesting, the range is here on the other side. Have the air quality and so on, so everything is in the latest software update. This is, of course, nice and fast. Love it. I really love it. I'd like to drive this thing as well to see, how this drives. Let me just check one thing here. Glove compartment, glove box. Ooh, now that is looking nice. You even have something that reminds me of a cup holder, although it's not. It is kind of plastic. No, it's rubberized actually. I like it like a shelf or like a drawer. Okay, also Foundation series, and the ambient lights are off. Lights on, why not? So you can see them a little bit back there. It's sunny, but yeah, this thing looks amazing. And then you have here the wireless chargers, cup holder that are adjusted, so that's that. And here you have, well, massive storage area. Look at this size here. Wow, there's a 12-volt outlet. Actually, this is the US standard. It's just an outlet, not a 12-volt. You have this pocket, and yeah, Looking quite impressive, I gotta say. Large, something that Americans really like. I'm gonna get out and check the frunk, because there is a frunk. You can see it opening from the inside. So let's check that out and wrap the video, because there's other people waiting to actually see the Cybertruck. So voila, this is also useful frunk, nice and wide, and look at this again. Okay, this is plastic, so it looks like it's welding, like on the aluminum doorstep, but it's not. There is an emergency opening here in case you get trapped inside here. But and I guess this is the button to open it or close it. Before we close it, you can see there's a light on the top, and yeah, interesting. This is all aluminum, so quite something. So guys, they opened the frunk for us. Now you can see the 48 volt battery, so it's not a 12 volt anymore. And you can see inside, well, it's very sunny, but there's a single cast body frame for the entire Cybertruck. This looks like an air filter, but that's that. And I forgot to mention, here's the washer fluid for the Cybertruck. I guess that's the opening and closing button, but man, such an impressive machine, and it's an EV. So I'm gonna wrap it here. I know probably saw it already, but this is the first time I'm seeing it, and first time it's in Croatia, where Nikola Tesla was born. So guys, cutting this in, if you're stuck, there's a extract mode. It raises the air suspension super high, so the car can be, I guess, unstuck if you're stuck in a mud, because it's a very heavy vehicle. But look at this, look at the height, it's still rising up. Like, I can fit my head inside here. It's so tall, look at this. And you can still hear the air compressor pumping. So that's amazing. And you can see the, I believe, all terrain tires, if I'm not mistaken. It's interesting that this is still pumping air so tall. Like this is a bit taller than I've expected, honestly. Now it's, wow, it's taller than me. It is taller than me, guys, now. Look at this. So you can fit your head in underneath that. This is like extra tall. So guys, it just stopped raising. Look at this. 2 meter tall person, still raising, but almost just slightly less than 2 meters tall. So it's way easier to jump in the Cybertruck now for a tall person such as myself. So same perspective, it's still rising, but now it's way easier to jump into this. And there's a lot of American vehicles that are this tall by default, but it's way easier just to actually, it's not easier, it's actually heavier to get inside, because it's, wow, it's just so tall, maybe too tall. Yeah, okay, just one more time. There's a short person sitting in there, but yeah, this is the first time I actually have to raise up. It would be cool if they added a handle here so I can grab myself. But yeah, when this gets to full height for the extract, you can drive up to almost 55 kilometers per hour in this driving mode, or excuse me, this height mode. Then it's really hard to get inside, but it can go to very high and like standard and low setting. So low setting would allow you best power consumption, because you're low and there's less wind resistance. So guys, we just lowered the truck to the lowest position, and this is how it looks now. Look at this. So I'm definitely taller than this. So now it's almost like a low ride. Look at this. It's like a low ride, which actually looks cool. So you have a better aerodynamics because it's lowered. And also another cool feature, you can walk on top of this cover. This is strong enough you can walk on top of it. I'm gonna climb on top of it to show you. Hey guys, you can walk on the tunnel. So the cover is strong enough so I can walk, I can jump on it. Impressive, just impressive. Hand me the camera just to show you guys the view. Sorry, the mic is detached from me, so this is how it looks. You can actually walk on this thing. Look at this. So I never thought I'd be walking on top of a car in a showroom, so that's crazy, but that's your Cybertruck. Wow, I was just doing a thumbnail, but wow, this blew my mind. This was like the cherry on the top. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a like and type in a comment below. If you're from Europe, would you buy this? And what do you expect from this? I mean, are people gonna buy this in Europe or not? Is Tesla going to like change it a little bit to get it to European standards and offer like a smaller version of this, or do you want it as it is right in front of us?